They call him Floyd Money Mayweather for a reason. The boxing superstar has earned over $1 billion in his career, enough to buy a small country, and he spent it on private jets, diamond watches, and mansions bigger than some shopping malls. But then, rumors came out that he had spent it all. So how did Mayweather bounce back from broke allegations with a business empire that looks stronger than ever? Welcome to FOS Explains. Today we're looking into the story of Floyd Mayweather, his rise as one of the world's richest athletes, how he allegedly almost went bankrupt, and how Money Mayweather got rich again. Floyd Mayweather isn't just a famous boxer, he was one of the best of his era. A perfect 50-0 record, 27 knockouts, and 12 world championships in 5 weight classes. And his stellar career made him a money-making machine. Floyd made $8 million in his first major headline fight against Carlos Baldomir in 2006. He earned north of $20 million every single fight after that. And by the end, Floyd was reportedly raking in hundreds of millions per fight. One of his biggest paydays came when he fought Manny Pacquiao in 2015. This fight was called the Fight of the Century, and ESPN reported Mayweather made $250 million. Then, in 2017, he fought UFC fighter Conor McGregor in a boxing match that broke all kinds of records. Forbes says that Mayweather walked away from the fight with $275 million. So when you add up all that money, Mayweather's career earnings in the ring are around $1.1 billion, making him boxing's first billion-dollar fighter. But Floyd was also making money moves outside the ring. Mayweather made one big business move that paved the way for his $1 billion earnings. He dropped his promoter and started his own promotion company. Floyd spent the first decade of his professional career under Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum, the same guy that worked with Muhammad Ali, Oscar De La Hoya, and Manny Pacquiao. Arum and his company Top Ranked earned a cut of Floyd's earnings in exchange for their services. This is a totally normal relationship in boxing, but in 2006, Floyd decided he wanted the full cut. So he paid $750K to buy out his contract with Top Rank and started his own company called Mayweather Promotions in 2006. This move would allow him to control his own fights and keep a bigger cut of the money from his pay-per-view broadcasts. It was a move all about the money, and to make that clear, he dropped his nickname Pretty Boy and started going by Money Mayweather. Today, Mayweather Promotions works with a whole roster of athletes of its own, and he's launched his own clothing line called the Money Team to go along with it. But what happened to all Floyd's money? When you make hundreds of millions, it's no surprise that you might want to spend some of it on a life of luxury. And that's exactly what Mayweather did. He spent money on some of the most expensive things in the world. One of the first things Mayweather spent his money on was real estate. He bought a $25 million mansion in Beverly Hills, California, which is known for being one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the country. He also bought a $9.5 million estate in Las Vegas, a $60 million jet, which he called Air Mayweather, and in 2024, he just bought a second private jet. Mayweather also has over 100 luxury cars. His Las Vegas mansion had a 16-car garage where he showed off multiple Lambos, Ferraris, Rolls Royces, and more. And at one point, Floyd owned a $4.8 million Koenigsegg. The car was one of 2 CCXR Trevita hypercars in the world. But just 2 years after buying the Koenigsegg, he placed it at auction and it sold at a loss for just $2.6 million. But it doesn't stop there. Mayweather also has an $18 million 280-carat diamond watch from Jacob & Co., along with several other 6- and 7-figure watches. And while you could argue that things like jewelry and real estate are things that maintain, if not increase in value over time, Floyd's also been known to spend his money on more frivolous things too, just because he can. He reportedly wears a brand new pair of underwear every single day, which outlets have estimated probably costs around $6,500 a year. He also bought his son a Bentley golf cart for an estimated $20,000. Floyd pays his barber and personal chef $1,000 per cut and per meal, and he's spent millions on various bags and rings for girlfriends and gifts for family.
Straight off the press conference we're over here at Neiman Marcus, this is how you do it, huh? Always.
Well, right now, I'm here because I got to get my grandson something, you know. Have to spend a bit.
You've been doing it like this ever since I've known you.
And you know it.
But Floyd's crazy spending habits has led to speculation that Money Mayweather may actually be running out of money. One of the biggest problems Mayweather faced was with the IRS. In 2017, it was revealed that he owed $22 million in back taxes. And in 2018, former fighter Chael Sonnen told TMZ that Floyd had already blown through his money and would likely look to get back in the ring again. Critics started comparing Mayweather to another boxing legend, Mike Tyson, who famously made a fortune and went bankrupt. They thought Floyd was on that same path. Then, more fighters and celebrities started saying Floyd was broke over the years. Oscar De La Hoya, the Paul brothers, Eddie Hearn. Even 50 Cent said in 2019 that Floyd's lifestyle led him to spending all his money and needing to get back in the ring.
Even Floyd, like when you make yourself like we got issues over your anger, he's still the best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
And they thought getting back in the ring was Floyd's only option, since he was missing out on the endorsement money that most athletes of his stature get to enjoy after retiring. Floyd's legal issues derailed a lot of potential endorsement deals. In 2015, CNN labeled him the star that no sponsor will touch, after multiple domestic violence lawsuits. Mayweather pleaded guilty to domestic violence charges in court, even serving 2 months in jail in 2012. But Floyd defended his abuse record in interviews, saying there were no pictures of the abuse. Now, it's important to note that Floyd has continued to also deny all the rumors that he's broke, and he's continued spending money in ways that suggest he's been doing just fine. But he did get back in the ring, and that's when his business portfolio started taking off again. After his fight with Conor McGregor, it seemed like Floyd realized he could keep cashing in by fighting in exhibition matches. These fights didn't have to be as serious as his past boxing matches. He could go up against stars from other combat sports and still rake in massive amounts of money. So he's done several since 2018. Arguably the biggest was when he fought YouTuber Logan Paul in 2021. The match sparked a lot of debate and controversy, with critics calling it a fake fight, but whether you believe it was staged or not, Mayweather claims to have made over $100 million that night. Then, in 2022, Mayweather fought Japanese fighter Mikuru Asakura and earned around $20 million from that event. These exhibitions show that Mayweather could still bring in massive paydays without competing for world titles, and even after his retirement. Since getting back in the ring, Mayweather's business portfolio has grown a lot. By far, Floyd's biggest investment has been real estate. He closed out 2024 making a bunch of moves, listing his Beverly Hills mansion for nearly twice as much as he bought it for, and selling his Miami mansion for $22 million. That same year, he formed a premier real estate investment company called Vada Properties. Here, he spent $402 million to buy 1,000 affordable housing units in buildings across New York City. He also invested $100 million into a $3 billion luxury rental portfolio and bought a stake in the Versace mansion in Miami Beach. Mayweather also partnered with 601W companies. They're a $10 billion real estate giant with a portfolio of office buildings in New York, New Jersey, and Chicago. And all that is to go along with a previous $100 million investment he made in skyscrapers with SL Green, one of the largest real estate companies in New York. Floyd is even in on a bid for building a casino in Times Square. Outside of real estate, Floyd launched his own gym franchise, Mayweather Boxing and Fitness, opened a Las Vegas strip club, and ventured into sports team ownership. He owned a NASCAR team for 2 seasons called the Money Team, which has since rebranded to Team Amerivet after they parted ways. But Floyd has also talked publicly about wanting to own an NBA team one day. In the end, we don't know if the critics were right. We don't know if Floyd stepped back in the ring because he blew through all his money and needed more. But what we do know is that ever since he's done so, Floyd Mayweather has started reinventing himself outside the ring as an aspiring real estate mogul, one who's trying to build an empire that's stronger than ever. But here's the question: what would you do if you had Mayweather's boxing fortune? Would you live it up and spend lavishly, or play it safe and invest for the future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe for more on the business of sports.